And senior delegates from Seoul and Washington are meeting here in the capital city starting today for follow-up consultations on the security commitments as outlined in their joint fact sheet. Our foreign affairs correspondent Oh Soo-young reports.
Korea and the United States have launched formal talks on Seoul's push to develop nuclear-powered submarines and civil nuclear cooperation, opening a new phase in the bilateral alliance. The first round of consultations began at Seoul's Foreign Ministry Tuesday morning, with sessions to continue into Wednesday. The highly anticipated talks are aimed at implementing security commitments outlined in a joint fact sheet last year. The bilateral document reflects key understandings reached between Presidents Lee Jae-myung and Donald Trump on Korea's push to build conventionally armed nuclear-powered submarines and secure greater rights for uranium enrichment and spent fuel reprocessing.
Starting with this launch meeting, the government will pursue diplomatic efforts to ensure the leaders' security agreements are implemented substantively. Our cooperation and partnership in the nuclear sector will help deepen and expand the alliance.
For Korea, this could unlock new industrial opportunities while strengthening defense capabilities amid North Korea's growing nuclear and missile threats. For the US, Korean investment and expertise could help boost US industrial competence and jobs in areas such as shipbuilding, nuclear supply chains, and defense production. However, under a civil nuclear cooperation agreement with Washington, Korea cannot freely enrich uranium or reprocess spent nuclear fuel without US consent.
Enrichment and reprocessing rights are tied to revising the nuclear cooperation agreement, and this is purely for civilian and commercial purposes. Nuclear-powered submarines, however, involve the military use of nuclear energy. Under U.S. law, that requires a separate agreement, so there'll continue to be close bilateral discussions on how to proceed.
A foreign ministry official said both sides agreed to move directly into working-level negotiations rather than treat the launch meeting as a ceremonial opening session. In fact, the various agenda items are being handled through a single channel for now, bringing together officials from national security, foreign affairs, defense, energy and nuclear agencies. The launch session was co-chaired by First Vice Foreign Minister Park Yun-ju and US Undersecretary of State for Political Affairs Alison Hooker, who is leading the US delegation. Posting on X, Hooker reflected on the more than 70 years of the alliance, saying she looked forward to further deepening and modernizing bilateral cooperation and expecting continued progress. On top of the consultations, Hooker is also meeting with Foreign Minister Cho Hyun and other senior officials to discuss broader alliance issues and developments on the Korean Peninsula. Oh Soo-young, Arirang News.